Alright, what is up, everybody? It's Lids, and we are back for some more Witcher. Last time, we gambled away a lot of our money, spent a lot of our money on books, so we are kind of broke at the moment, sort of. And most recently, we stopped by Abigail's place here, as you can see, and we were just, casually watching as they slept in their beds at midnight. But aside from that, we heard that Alvin apparently has some sort of special powers and may actually be someone who's capable of answering some of our questions about the beast. So, I mean, it's midnight, so, I mean, what could possibly go wrong asking him about the thing that's plaguing the entire city right now?
I'm gonna be a Witcher too.
Oh. Okay. I mean, granted, we did just try to wake him up in the middle of his sleep, so we may be best served to get out there and, well, I mean, we're gonna run into some stuff, I would assume. But let's take a quick look at some of our other quests here, remind myself as to what we have. So, we had the game of dice, and so we tried doing this last time, and I mean, we did win a round, but we lost several rounds. Berenger, you're not. This is the other Witcher that we don't know. We don't know him as a person, but he's here somewhere in town, but I haven't seen him yet. I suspect we're going to run into him either in the crypt or in the caves. One of those areas where there's some monsters there where you wouldn't normally find normal people, and I suppose that does make sense for a Witcher, since he's supposedly a monster hunter himself. We did say that we would kill some ghouls for the alchemist, so maybe that's a decent thing for us to try to do here. I think we can probably get a few of them outside here, but I'm not sure just how many we'll find. There are certainly more in the crypt itself, so it may make a little more sense to wait on that one. Let's just take a look at what else we have. Okay, so this is the cave, which is actually one of the main quests. Stars, I believe. Oh no, that means active. Okay. Main quest means, or is when it has this little circle around it. Okay, so that's technically not necessary, but we'll see. Okay, fist fight, another one that we tried doing last time, and thought we'd beat just about everyone up, but apparently wasn't enough. Okay. Oh, we need to bring her 5 petals, and we do have the ability, theoretically, to collect those, at least in terms of the book knowledge, but we actually need to level up a little bit. So we might want to get to town and rest there in order to allocate some skill points, because I think we have at least one to do. And the Reverend, we can turn in our Browner brains. I'm pretty sure we've already done that. Maybe, possibly. Some question as to whether we have exactly the right items. But, okay, here's the ghoul stuff. Be cool. Again, we need to go into the crypt to satisfy him. And then, man, where's the salamander? I don't remember this one. Locals may know something about the organization, in their trust. Okay, so this is sort of a subset of the Mikul one. Okay. Michael? It might actually just be pronounced Michael. Okay. So I think we're gonna, find ourselves fighting a few people out here. But, we might just try to make our way back to town as quickly as possible. Because, this is gonna happen. And we are now surrounded. Excuse me. I could, turn around and fight that dude. That would be helpful. Okay. 2 of the heads, we technically don't really need them anymore. But the fangs, vitriol is a crafting ingredient that might still prove useful to us. Alright, but I need to remind myself... Oh, not that. I was looking for the map. We are headed to town to rest up, get some skill points allocated, and we ought to head in the opposite direction. Okay. Hello. I saw your name pop up, and yet you still startled me like crazy. So, well done, me. Also, pay more attention to the combos. Anyone else? Alright, more of the same. That's fine. Alright, we know what's gonna happen with this rabid dog. Oh, okay, we also see Ghoul over there. Did we just whiff? I think we might have. I'm not sure if we've seen much of that. Excuse me? Came out of nowhere? Also, please attack him? Not sure if this is necessarily the stance we want to be using against those guys. I think that was the heavy stance. Those are relatively quick foes. Let's see if we can track down that ghoul. We do need to fight some of those guys. I still don't understand why there's some travelers just wander around here like no big deal. Okay, well, we know what's gonna happen here. Can I start swinging? I cannot start swinging. But I know he's coming! There's our ghoul. Okay, we did get the first hit in. I think that is always helpful. They are considerably tankier. Okay, I'm gonna switch stances. Uh-oh. I'm gonna switch stances again to group stance. Now that we have multiple people around here, and the rabbit dog, which does potentially mean we're about to get another of the dog dudes showing up. Okay, heavy stance. At least until this guy turns into this thing, then we'll switch back. Ow, don't hit me. Don't do that. I mean, just look at how little damage we're doing. If you look at the circle below the ghoul right now, I mean, this is barely moving. It's like we are just giving him a light scratch every time we swing our sword at him. Did, however, gain a level, which, again, is useful. Okay, so ghoul blood, that is one of the ingredients that we are looking for. So, thankfully, did get a fair amount of them. Or, well, that's one. It's not a fair amount. What am I saying? We got a head start on them. I think is what I meant to say. You probably should hurry, because in case you didn't realize, there are, like, wild animals out here, and ghouls, and the likes, trying to attack people. Okay, so one thing I don't know is can we actually accidentally let these things into town if we leave this gate open? Is that a thing? Because, well, I mean, not that I'm speaking from experience here, but it does seem as though we may have, on occasion, found that enemies can, in fact, attack innocent people. Okay, we have one of the ingredients for you. The primary thing I came here to do is to talk to you and allocate skill points. I don't know if we actually need to go here to do that.
What can I do for you?
I don't fully understand that. Is there anything in the store? I think probably all set. Yeah, because we have a fair amount of inventory. Maybe we could store things that are just stuff we're holding on to for trade value, like these. Or if we've actually found anyone who will be willing to buy these off of us. I think I kind of stopped looking for a little bit. But anyways, primary thing I'm here for.
What can I do for you?
Is this.
Got a room?
Yes. For you, 5 orens.
And that's not bad. Now that we know, relatively speaking, how much everything costs. Like here, we can actually allocate our skill points. Whereas in the past, when we just used a random fireplace out in the wild, it seemed as though we were not able to do it. So that's a little bit of a mystery to me as to how and why exactly that is. So I guess let me know in the comments what exactly the rules are for when and where you can and cannot allocate your skill points. We need to just meditate for a longer period of time, in which case we can do it wherever. Or is it only in these safer locations? Yes. But anyways, let's see. I think it is this. Probably take another look. Okay, it's this. This is what I want. But I think we need to go there first in order to unlock it. We have a ton of points, actually. We get 9. Okay, so we can now gather herbs. Let's look at what all these things are before we just allocate them like crazy. So, base sign intensity unlocks level 2 signs. Oh, okay. So at the moment, I think we've only had the one that is basically like a force push, more or less. So it sounds like this either makes that more powerful. No, it definitely at least unlocks additional ones. And I'm assuming that base sign intensity plus 10% also means that that initial one that we already have is more powerful as well. All right, enables brewing of potions. A story-based ability? I didn't realize that. Do we already have this allocated? It might have been. I mean, we have brewed some potions before. I don't know if this unlocks other ones in addition to what we've already been able to do. But we definitely need to go here. And then here. Unlocks level 3 signs. Okay. So, a lot more signs. And then identification, gathering of herbs. That's the primary thing we're trying to do here. But I guess we could continue down this path if we want to. Otherwise, we still have 6 points with which we could continue this route or go elsewhere. Let's take a close look then. Knowledge about selected, not yet encountered monsters. Oh. Eh? I can't tell if that means, like, you anticipate ones or you actually see them. Or if the game is like, well, I mean, we would tell you, but you don't know what they are yet, so we can't tell you. Skills as well. That's the stuff that empowers your weapons. Okay, I think I want to take a closer look at what some of these other options are. Person mutagen. Can't do anything else on the strength front, it seems. Dexterity. I think we also have done just about everything that we are allowed to do at this stage. Stamina, I don't think I've really looked at. Burns plus 2. Poison. Immune resist? Does that just mean take less damage, or does that mean that you're taking the same amount of damage, but for whatever reason it's just not as difficult to withstand it? You don't feel so bad about it. Duration of alcohol intoxication minus 40%. That would have been useful a while ago. Here, it would require a mutagen, but is this interesting here? Allows Geralt to consume selected ingredients when raw instead of brewing potions out of them. I do vaguely remember taking a peek at this earlier. Otherwise, could go here. Oh, we actually do have this already, it seems. Basically, more of the same. But eventually allows to draw from places of power twice daily. Okay, yes, that's another thing that I still don't fully understand, is how exactly the places of power work. But drawing from them twice daily, I mean, whatever they do, I assume that means it makes them twice as powerful, so is that good? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how useful most of this stuff is. What about, oh, more signs? The one that we are currently most regularly. Is this the same type of? Oh yeah, okay, this is all this type of sign. The one that we have already started to use. We can increase the radius of it, the angle, have it cause stun, or at least have a chance to cause stun. That requires that we level it up further. I'm kind of intrigued by improving our stances. I don't love that we have to split it up into strong, fast, and group. I wish it was just one universal, this is your sword upgrade, and then, I mean, at the moment we're using steel, but eventually, I would assume, we will in fact get access to silver. So, for that reason, maybe it does make sense to try some of this other stuff, but we could unlock new signs, I think. Since we did recently get the ability to do that with the intelligence upgrade, so why don't we go this route? Damage depends on sign intensity. Angle degree. You didn't really tell me what it does, though. You told me the angle. What does it do? What does it do? Why should I pick this one? What is the difference between these things? Oh. Okay. That's a little more informative. This. Causes Hex. I have no idea what that does. And this causes pain on us? Or on our opponents. Damage depends on sign intensity. Do what these things. I mean, this seems the most intuitive to me. Oh, never mind. Not allowed. I take it back. We will upgrade this then. So, do this. Continue to have it with a wide angle. And level 2. Causing knockdown. It's a disarming opponent. That does sound cool. Plus 25%. Is it not a guaranteed knockdown? Eh. Already has knockdown. Does that increase the duration of the knockdown? I feel like you're leaving out some information here. Not making this easy on me. Maybe we go elsewhere. Just take something simple like this. That, reluctant to go here, because I really don't know what this means. This would actually help us a lot with casting, though, because it's cost endurance, right? Did that correctly? Yeah. Endurance cost, so that's interesting how stamina actually kind of carries over into intelligence a little bit. Let's go there. And then we have 1 point remaining. We can't do anything here. Anything here. Could take one of these here. Don't know how valuable these things are at the moment, though. Nor do I understand what this does. Maybe enable creation of oils, but I'm not sure how much we really need that. Let's go there. Yeah, so let's meditate and hello, Shotty. Hello, people who are slapping other people. So yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm used to playing Path of Exile, which is a game with like 300 passive skill points. So I'm used to planning skill trees like that. I just usually spend a lot of time planning them out in advance, and I'm not used to doing it on the fly like that. At least not so used to it, especially in a game that I'm not as familiar with. So, will you actually fight us now?
No challengers.
I'm trying to challenge you, dude. Okay. No, forget about you. I don't need you. Okay. It is probably still nighttime, but let's head out there. We are, theoretically at least, more powerful than we were before. But, remind me, now that we have rested, since that was one of the things that we wanted to make sure to do. Oh, we wanted to pick up stuffs.
Be alert.
There is an enemy out here, and in fact,
We want help from the Order of the Flaming Rose.
I may have let it in. That may have been exactly what I was talking about earlier. This is the stuff that we wanted to do. Pick some nice flowers. Okay, please stop taking out your sword. Stop putting it away. I would like to keep it out, please. Let's go cat stance. Quick attacks, but only one enemy at the moment. Alright. One of those instruments sounded like a dog growling at us. I was like... Okay, so I am not really paying much attention to how valuable, or not so valuable, these various ingredients are. Okay, but I would love to keep the sword out. I don't know if, like, you can't pick flowers when you have the sword out. There's just something wrong about that. Geralt's not about it. Suppose I kind of understand. Oh, I saw something over there. Oh, did that say remains from the guy who was supposed to be one of the soldiers? I think this is the type of flower we're specifically looking for. White myrtle. Think. Could be wrong about that. I know there was celandine in the original potion that we created. I'm just gonna... Okay, there we go. That is all of them, apparently. Oh. Tell me this is the dog and not the person. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I thought, even though we did let it loose on the city, I thought we did a reasonable job making sure that it did not actually get the chance to, you know, kill anyone. So I'm guessing we probably don't need... Well, maybe we could use more of these. Who knows? We'll pick them up while it's easy, like this. Because, yeah, there were certainly some things that we wanted to craft earlier that we just weren't able to do. I don't know what this is. We've seen that. Oh! Abrith. However you pronounce that. That was one of the things that we definitely needed. And we used a lot of it. Perhaps mistakenly. This is Abigail's house. Good timing. Whether or not she will welcome us when it is still... they switched beds? Question mark. Alvin was here before and Abigail was here. Okay. It is 3:30 in the morning. So, great time to talk to her. Great time to talk to her. So, I did gather these.
The myrtle petals.
Excellent. Now to prepare the potion.
How is it made?
Interested in witches' secrets, are you?
Indeed.
The recipe is yours if you swear to take it to your grave.
I swear.
Not sure you want to do that with
Blend
witch.
2 ounces of cadaverine with the myrtle petals. Speak your name backwards, turn about 3 times leftwards, spit into the fire, and stir the potion again.
Yeah.
I knew witches' magic would be beyond the mind of a man. Grant me a moment
Just
to
sounds
finish
a little
the potion.
silly.
See you later.
Okay, so you...
Abigail is kind, but her tea is awful.
Hope her potions are good. Oh, we did see this doll earlier, too. It looked like it was a voodoo doll. So, yeah, just bear that in mind when we're dealing with her.
Come back later. I'm busy.
Okay, so I have no idea how long we have to be with her. So we'll go back out and we'll fight some dudes. Maybe get a little more experience. Because okay, so I don't see the enemy right now, but I do see that green glow right there, so I'm assuming we have a Barghest right here. We do. If you could fight it. Yeah, so these guys seems like have been pretty simple for us to take down now. We've, I can't say that our upgrades, skill points have necessarily been game-changing, because I don't really think that's the case. I also don't know. You just generally get stronger as you level up, like you get a little more damage, a little more life, or do you only get things, hello, from the skill points that you allocate? Some games you'll get a small amount just from leveling, but you can go a lot above and beyond that. You do choose to allocate specific things, but I'm not sure if that's the case here. I would love if we could happen across some ghouls, perchance. I mean, saying. That is the main town. I mean, I wasn't really going anywhere in particular. I was just kind of wandering until Abigail is done. But the ghouls we do have a contract for. How many? 3. We have 1. We know that there are some in the crypt. I wasn't so keen on going directly there at the moment. I think that is in the... If I have any sense of direction here, maybe I do. So was actually headed in the general direction. So sure, let's at least wander over here into the night by ourselves. So what could possibly go wrong? And if we happen across a ghoul, then great. Yes, I know we're walking by Abigail's house again, but, you know, which lives close to the crypt. What is this? Is that a special, Vargas? Oh, it's the beast! Oh. Okay. Or just normal Vargas. Oh! Okay, I was admittedly not expecting to run into, this. So I don't know if that was just like a, hey, surprise, I'm here, but I'm not really here, I'm just teasing you type of thing. Or, hello. Or if well and truly that was the beast that we will be fighting imminently. Like as soon as we finish off these guys. So, my guard is not down here. But I will loot. Because you can't stop me. Don't care if there's a gigantic beast that's sneaking up behind me at the moment. We'll take it. Take it on. Oh. Yeah, this isn't a Vargas. In case that wasn't clear. Really, really wish we didn't need to take out our sword every time. Okay, it's gonna be Vargas here. No? Maybe, maybe not. On edge. You also need this stuff. A lot of it. Oh, it's right by the crypt. Of course it is. You see that. Again with the taking the sword out every time we pick some flowers. More of you. I mean, as long as you don't bring your beastly friend, I think we'll be okay. That is potentially a big if, seeing as how, you know, up a couple minutes ago. I was just trying to be a peaceful witcher, gardening over here. Don't mind me. You had to come in. Oh, right. That's the place of power. We knew that was there. I knew that was coming. Totally knew that was coming. Totally didn't scare myself out of my seat. Okay. We also know there are going to be some ghouls in here. That is part of the plan, actually. Good. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe this was a bad idea. You know, I'm starting to second guess myself. Let's run away. Very quickly. Let's wait until we craft that potion. Okay. Probably gonna have the same encounter here, I would imagine. Yeah, we have two of them. Nothing we can't handle. Ghouls, as we were saying earlier, much tougher. Beast, presumably, much tougher still. Picking flowers, toughest of tasks. That is the place of power as well that you're standing right next to. Do not freak out. Happen to come across it. Right, are we just gonna, like, pick flowers all day? Is this the new game? Is this the way it works now? Peaceful game? Non-violent? Start a farm by ourselves? Okay. I do need to check the direction now. I also don't know where we are trying to go at this point, because, you know, that was one of the primary things we were trying to do, was go to that crypt, specifically to target some demons. Or ghouls, I should say. So, and then I didn't actually pick anywhere. This is the town proper. I was kind of thinking Oh, one of the other things is I believe we may have something to turn in with the Reverend. I'm not 100% sure we have the right materials from taking down the Drowned. That dude, Reverend, is generally... No, not the meat vendor. Okay, Reverend's house. We could take the road, or we could go across the river. I think we actually should go across the river, because if we don't have the crafting materials now, we will get them soon. Okay, except, what does that actually mean? Correction? I mean, I see the thing that we just created on the minimap, but it is in exactly the opposite direction that I pointed myself. So, that's what I mean. Assuming we probably have a pretty good stock of flowers at this point, except I don't know what that is. That's not the one I wanted. One. It's a cool name. It's like blueberries. Also, would you let me actually take from it? Oh, there we go. Are they blueberries? No. Berber cane. They are. They start with a B. That's about it, though. It's the only one. Oh, okay. Well, I've seen two, but not seen many of them. I wonder if they are technically supposed to be rarer. In which case, nice. We're gonna be so stocked up on flowers. We're not even gonna believe it. Okay, so I'm expecting, yeah, to run into potentially numerous of these guys. That's kind of the plan, though. But if we could, like, hit you, that would be preferable. And, like, maybe not, you know, focus so much on running around here, dancing in and out of the water. So these guys are definitely harder than the Bargas. I'm not sure if they are necessarily harder than the ghouls. They kind of look like skinnier ghouls in a way. What are you doing? Excuse me? What? No, you leave that out. Did you not see what you were just fighting? That's strange. I wonder if the time of day just barely changed such that they are no longer technically looking to be out. What time is it? Just struck 5:30 in the morning. Guess that now might count as day? I don't know, it's awfully light out. Or, no, that's not what I meant to say. It's getting kind of dark. More beasts. Okay. Can we actually fight you? Or are you just gonna continue to taunt us? It looks like the latter. Suspicious. One other thing I'm curious about is, given how we may not have done the best job of defending this city earlier, and these militia may have been some of the people who suffered most directly, I'm a little surprised to see they are still here. Also, again, taking Berber cane. Want it? Just want the berries. No, that's a door. Saw it for a second. It is possible. You guys are alive? Okay. I'm back from the dead? Or just an infinite supply of militia around here? Hard to say. That is the actual chapel, but apparently the Reverend lives here? I'm not sure we've ever been here. Think of it. We are also making a wonderful habit of raiding people's abodes in the middle of the night. But I mean, this Reverend guy. Seems like he, knows a little more than he's letting on. Ooh. Nice. And I'm a little suspicious of it. He probably has a whole bunch of contraband down here. Or medium-strength alcohol. one and the same. Ooh. I'm telling the end of the world? Can I read into that? Can I read into that you're reading about the end of the world? Oh. More alcohol. Some of which is weak, some of which is medium. Okay. Let's definitely read that stuff we just picked up. And that's not how you do that. This is how you do. Prophecy of Ifling Agliapavinian. Didn't we hear that, what was the boy's name? Was it Alvin? A little boy, when we first saw him, when we also saw the beast, saw, air quotes, the beast appear the first time, didn't he do this weird I Am Legion voice and recite a poem that was supposedly an elven prophecy? Because if the Revenant has this too, that seems very suspicious. Okay, let's see. I tell you that the time of the sword and axe approaches. Time of the wolf's blizzard. Time of the white frost and white light. Time of madness and disdain. Head Geralt, the final age. The world will perish amidst the ice and be reborn with a new sun. Reborn of the elder blood of Hen Iker, of a planted seed. Seed that will not sprout but burst into flames. That last line sounds familiar. I think this may be that exact prophecy. So yeah, I think the Revenant is not trying to prevent some of these things from happening, but actually try to make some of these things happen. And he may be using Alvin to help him along the way. Because, I mean, how else do you explain it? He has this thing here. I am very suspicious. Even more so than I was 5 minutes ago. Recent history. Field Marshal Cohorn's strategy failed when his flanking maneuver was stopped by the heroic Viziman infantry, led by Governor Gronabor, though they paid clearly for his heroism. But while the Vezimans resisted, Nilfgaard's left flank crumbled. Some began to flee, while others banded into small groups to defend themselves as they were surrounded. The same soon happened on the right, where the tenacity of the dwarves and the mercenaries finally broke Nilfgaard's momentum. A loud cry of triumph rose on the battlefield as the hearts of the royal knights filled with new courage. Nilfgaardian spirit fell, men's hands went limp, and our warriors began cutting them down. And Field Marshal Menno Cohorn realized that the battle was lost as he saw his men being killed and dispersed all round. His officers and knights came to him leading a fresh horse, urging him to flee, save his life. The Nilfgaardian marshal's heart was fearless. It wouldn't be right, he said, refusing the reins. It wouldn't be right to run like a coward from the field on which, under my orders, so many good men have fallen for the Empire. Okay, let's return. History. We are more learned. Great. Okay, so, how do you think we deal with the fact that we are sitting in the Revenant's basement, stole a bunch of his belongings, including some potentially incriminating stuff that he was probably trying to hide from people? It is 6 a.m. and he is probably about to wake up while we are here. Hey, buddy! Don't mind us. Nothing to see here. Some weak alcohol to take, and some flints. Okay. I mean, we do need to talk to him. We still have the night music playing. I don't know what technically counts as night and what technically counts as day. Like, if I do this right now, am I gonna make the bar guests come and attack these guys again? Am I trying to do that? Maybe. Do I want to see if they keep coming back to life? Maybe. Do I want more barbecue? Maybe. So let me take it. That's part of the fun. Part of the challenge. Probably not, because it's locked. We going in here. Is there going to be a ghoul in here? Maybe. Is there a ghoul in here? There is a peasant woman in here. One and the same. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Ouch!
We will, however, steal all of their life savings, which is, of course, in the form of chicken. Boo! Guy attacking us with a yawn right as we were leaving his house. Okay. So, I'm kind of hoping it is now late enough we can actually wake up and talk to the Revenant as we continue to loot. It seems like most people we could wake up, even if they were in the middle of sleep, like Abigail, and still get the chance to talk to them and get done the things we needed to get done. So, now that we are not raiding his household, let's talk to the Reverend. Dude, rise and shine.
Speak quickly.
Here, the Church of Eternal Flame has offered a reward for drowners. Yeah, that would be
I hear the Church of
something
the
we can
Eternal
turn in,
Fire has
theoretically.
offered a reward for drowners. As long as you can prove you killed some. I have drowner
Indeed.
heads. My reward.
More specifically, brains.
May the Eternal Fire illuminate your path.
Okay. 100. Not bad. Hey, before you go back to
Speak
sleep,
quickly.
did we ask him about this? I feel like we did.
Are you a chaplain of the Eternal Fire?
Yes, heathen. Only the eternal fire can save us from the white frost. So says the prophecy of Ithleen, the elven witch.
Is that so?
The old world will die, to be born again from a seed that will not sprout,
Yeah.
but burst into flames.
That's what we were just
You
reading.
seem to contradict yourself.
You mock me, Witcher?
And that
So
is
tell
definitely
me,
what the
who
Alvin
gave you
would
leave
say.
to meddle in the affairs of humans? You, an emotionless mutant. Answer. Who?
Ooh. I'm sure he would be thrilled if we threw that right back at him. I am curious what he says about this, but he would not be
The
pleased.
Eternal Fire, no doubt.
Return to your dark life, heathen.
One
One more
more thing.
Speak quickly.
We could go back
I'll
to it.
see you later.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that is... I am pretty darn sure what Elvin said when the beast showed up. It's what we read downstairs in that book. And, I mean, Geralt kind of said it earlier. It is a little contradictory in that it doesn't exactly sound like it's something that would bring peace and a bunch of good stuff to the people. Sounds like it's more so, you know, foretelling of the apocalypse or something of that sort. Okay, I'm assuming it is now light enough outside that we will not run into any foes. Although it is raining, thunder and lightning. I have no idea if that does anything. Functionally, does that affect the game at all, or is it just purely atmospheric? Couldn't tell you. Alright, I will pass on those for now. And remind me where we're headed. We were potentially going to... No, wrong one. We're potentially going to talk to Abigail, I thought, but we still have. Oh, we were biding time, because she's brewing a potion. That's why. Is she over here? Is her place? No. Doesn't mean I won't go in here unless if it's locked. Hello? Anybody down there? Okay. Let me double check on the map. Where are you? I don't think we're far away. A little bit far away. We'll get there soon enough. I mean, with the in-game time, we've now given her several hours. Okay, I did think, I was worried that we might have seen some remains in this general area. And I was thinking it might have been the Royal Huntsman. So, I was not thinking he was doing too well. Abandoned house. Is this the one that had the ghoul in it? I bet it was. There's nothing in here now. But I bet this was the one that had the ghoul in it. It just doesn't come back after we take it down. Understandable. I think this is Abigail's house. I believe. Yeah. Ooh, 2? I think we were getting 2 from the previous ones. Surely you've had enough time. I mean, it's not like you were sleeping, right? Okay, just please don't stare at us like that immediately upon entering this building. Weird foster boy who has magical powers that may or may not summon beasts that take down the entire village and may or may not spread the bubonic plague.
What do you want?
Is the potion ready?
Yes. Alvin? Tastes bitter. No
Yeah.
complaining. Now,
Uh-oh.
speak.
He's gonna speak with that special voice, right?
I'm afraid. Why'd they skin the puppy? Why'd they hurt him? He was gentle. He hurt no one. And the girl from outside the village, she screamed horribly, unlike any human.
Okay, so maybe that wasn't him that was talking. Yeah, there it goes.
The witch's puppy again.
The witch's puppy. Her puppy. Abigail's
Lucy
puppy.
blood. Evil faces twisted by drink and desire. Plow her well. Show her you're a man. Blood-stained gold. The beast is born.
Yeah, totally normal.
The final judgment. The beast has met its end once. It doesn't fear death. It is death. How will you defeat human villainy? With your sword? You who died and still walk amongst the living. Who has summoned me?
Enough. This could end badly. Abigail, break the trance.
As you wish. By the power of the 7 spheres, leave this body. I compel you. Be
Are we about to
gone.
fight it?
Oh, I'm sleepy.
Or does it just disappear and into nothingness?
Alvin, go to bed. Geralt, another Witcher, Berengar, preceded you. He left these missives.
Thanks.
Huh?
Farewell.
Okay, so yeah. That happened. Let's get out of here. And run. And ideally never see this woman ever again. So in case it wasn't clear, she has a pretty clear connection to the beast. And I mean, they did say the witch's beast. The reason why everyone is huddled around here. Okay, let's double check that quest, because I did see something got updated. Alvin's prophecy is clear. The beast was born of human wickedness and evil. It will continue to haunt the outskirts as long as those who have wronged others remain unpunished. Prophecies be what they may, Abigail decided to help me in case I need to face the beast sword in hand. She gave me Berengar's note, which may help me defeat the monster. Time to report what I've learned to the Reverend. Oh, okay. It just talked to the Reverend. But I suppose we can make a trip back. I mean, it sounds like we are close to tying some loose ends on this area. I don't know about that. Can we finish it? Oh no, this is the goal. Yeah, I mean, I bring that up because I wonder, might we start to have some of this other stuff no longer be available if we are to progress with the main storyline? We might lock ourselves out a little bit. So, for that reason, I think, take a look at the map. I think it is worth probably stopping by the crypt next, assuming that is that we have the stuff for the cat recipe, which I'm not sure if we can see in advance. We do a lot of crafting materials now. I would assume we are probably in much better shape there. And I know we were picking up tons and tons of those ingredients, but you know, if we happen to need multiple rounds of said potion, then that may actually come in a lot of handy. What time is it? 7:30? Okay, so still morning. Pretty sure we need to sell indeed. We'll be able to make it at a fireplace. That is, assuming we do in fact have all those ingredients. Okay, so let's at least check. Oh, it does cost flint. Yes, we're technically wasting flint. Okay. Seems like that's pretty disposable, though. What are we missing? Are we not missing anything? Hebrew, we got a few of those, and Negredo, out of curiosity, what is it that has that? Hebrew is in the Balis plants that we picked a few of, and Negredo in the Celadine. Okay, yeah. So we definitely should have more than enough materials to make a bunch of these. We actually say make a whole bunch, I think. Okay. Did that say we need to... Something said an hour. I don't know. I'm just gonna make a bunch. I mean, probably don't want to deplete all of our resources on this, of course. Boost reflexes and reaction time, improving chance of parrying and evading attacks. This is... grants one bronze talent, but we would need the Frightener's something. Probably don't need that anymore. And the Swallow Potion does heal us. So, ooh, we are potentially burning through some strong alcohols, though. That might actually be the most valuable resource of the ones we're throwing in here. Rather than the plants. So I think I'll stop there for that reason. In case we're burning through valuable bases. I suspect we might be. Okay. So I think that's good. That gives us, I would hope, a lot more ability to actually go through the crypt and fight some people. Some ghouls. And in doing so, complete that quest. A little side quest. I mean, I think it's just for giving ourselves some extra coins, but in case we happen to find other stuff in there too. Once again, you did get me that time. I still don't understand what this does. Something. Can we actually see? Sign intensity increased by 100% for 5 hours. Okay. That is actually very helpful to know. And for that reason, it could be very useful for going in here and potentially fighting these people. But I think this is probably a good place to wrap things up because, I mean, who knows what awaits us in the crypt. I mean, well, I don't know. We suspect there will be a lot of ghouls based on how we did go down there before. But I would hope that with those potions, we can at least venture into the depths a little bit further. And I have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming it's a dungeon of some extended length and not just a quick little, hi, hello, kill a couple ghouls and we're done type of thing, but we'll just have to see. So that's going to wrap things up for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.